One of the core beliefs of white supremacy is that if white people do not maintain power, they will be treated like they treated people of color. In that if white men, particularly in this tweet, do not have power, then maybe black men will come after them and kill all of them. So they must maintain power so that those evil people of color don't come after them. But the thing is, nobody cares about this. All people of color simply want to do is be left alone. The right to be let alone. Because the gag is, white men aren't the majority. They are the minority. If you don't include white women, because I don't know why they're not including them, but you're not even the majority in the entire world. Yet, no one is bothering you. And they'll probably bring up like, oh, but the immigrants coming to Europe, they're not conquering Europe. They're migrating to Europe. It's not their fault that your people have created a purity complex in which that it is inevitable for there to simply be less white people. But nobody is killing you. Nobody's conquering you. Nobody is forcing you to convert to their religion. They're simply moving to where you live and you just don't have the numbers to keep it up. You also see this when they're talking about crime, especially black crime, which barely ever actually affects white people, but white people are so afraid that black people are going to come and do them some type of harm. It does not matter that it is someone within your community or within your household who is more likely to harm you. It is the evil black person on the other side of the city that is out to get you. And then this is when you get this obsessive complex with crime, particularly again with like crime in black neighborhoods, because you have people like this Andrew Wilson guy. So in the same interview where the girl tells him, why are you talking bad about women and calling them sluts if you have 3 baby mamas, they also talk about race. And he's like, well, would you feel safe walking down the street with a black man right there, like with a group of black people? She's like, why do they have to be black? I don't feel safe walking around if there's like a large crowd of men, period. But he's like, but what about black men? He was like, why do they need to be black? And he was like, because black people want to hurt white people. Like, where did you get that from? Even the most little badass kids on the side of the street aren't going to do anything to you. If they are trying to commit a crime, they're not going to do it just because you're white. They're going to do it because you were the person walking down the street at the time. They're not gangs of black people who are just walking around the streets looking to harm white people. But this is like, again, I don't think the people who actually put this out there believe that this is like what is happening and why white supremacy is necessary, but it is what their followers believe. So it creates this constant fear of people of color, because now also the Indians are coming to get your job and they want to like convert you to Hinduism. No, they don't. I mean, maybe it'd be nice if you did, but like that's not what's happening. People are literally just trying to leave. The West has extracted resources from all over the world, including people of color communities within their own cities and states, that they must find a way to work, which includes coming around white people. They must have some money, but they're not coming around you to hurt you. You cannot steal everyone's wealth and then expect for them to like not come and get some of it back non-violently. Be happy is not violent. Be happy somebody's just coming over here to work. But now we have people like Elon Musk, the richest person in the world, who is openly spreading white supremacist propaganda and who has been doing this like forever. Every time he does it, they're like, oh my God, he's actually done it this time. He does this all the time. The man is insane. Because this is also related to him talking about Muslims are taking over England, and he keeps trying to start riots in England from America. And you're just like, why is he doing that? It is because he knows there's not gangs of Muslim or brown men sexually assaulting women. But if he can convince the small populace that there is, he can start race riots, and he can make these people feel so unsafe that they may go back to whatever country their ancestors may have come from. But it's too late for that. But it also makes it so that when these people are getting rounded up, I don't think people are getting rounded up in Europe yet, but we know people are getting rounded up here. People are being either called immigrants or they are immigrants and they are being told, hey, these people are rapists, and they have no proof, right? Because they don't need proof, because they've already convinced their supporters that no matter what you've actually done, as long as you are not a white Christian person, you are a violent criminal. So when the Department of Homeland Security is saying they're going to depart 100 million people and they will not be besieged by the third world, there are not 100 million immigrants in the United States, undocumented or not. So who are they talking about? Because it's not Elon Musk, it's not Stephen Miller, it's not your white CEO. And it's soulless crap just isn't immigrants. And it's soulless crap also not just like Asian immigrants. There's also anybody, African Americans, anybody who is not white, they are trying to figure out how to round up and get rid of. And so you really need to reckon with that. You really need to stop trying to say, we got to do this the right way. Don't make them mad. They're already mad. They're already trying to figure out how to get you. So what are you going to do about it?